welcome back, my friends, to another episode of 5 awesome mods to download. We are currently on episode 10. As always, if you guys do want to check out the previous episodes, they will be linked in the description below in the form of a playlist for you guys, just in case you want to check out some of the other cool mods that I've covered on the channel before. But enough talking, jumping straight into the video today with the first mod, and this one is known as Sanctuary Island. As the mod title suggests, this pretty much adds a small island with full settlement building capabilities next to Sanctuary, or I guess in the sort of pond or river area just behind Sanctuary. So instead of there being just nothing but water, there is now a small island there with a custom helipad and a nice place for you to build in the interior. Now granted, the interior can be a little bit buggy. I mean, it's completely empty as well, so it is there for you to actually sort of customize and stuff. But I've noticed that with this, I don't know if it's just my game, sometimes specific items cannot be placed in the interior. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but either way, it is a very cool sort of brand new building settlement for you guys, and it is one just to spice up your game a bit with a brand new location. Now for the next mod, this one is really cool, and again, I've given this guy a bunch of shoutouts before on the channel, but this is the Scar Alkaid assault rifle made by Doom. And again, this guy seems to create some of the best weapon mods that we've seen on the console versions, and the Scar is definitely up there in one of the best. The weapon itself can be obtained from random NPC characters around the wasteland. You can simply kill them, and if they have the weapon on them, of course, you can pick it up from there, or alternatively, certain NPCs will have it around the wasteland, such as for me, Arturo was selling it. For you, it may be a little bit different, but that is how you basically obtain the weapon. The weapon itself is highly customizable with a few unique customization options and paint jobs specific to the weapon, such as the hex design that the weapon actually has, which in my opinion looks really cool. It also has its own sort of unique sights as well, the recon sights that you can apply to it, and in general is a very good weapon. You can also go ahead and change as well the type of rounds that the weapon actually uses. So in general, a very high quality weapon, one that's very customizable, and one that I definitely suggest you guys try out if you are into weapon mods like these. And while we're still on the subject of weapons, why not check out another weapon mod created by Doom known as the Rhino M1 revolver. Now this thing is an absolute beast of a weapon. It looks very tanky in your hands. It's a very bulky sort of revolver, as you guys can see there by the gameplay in the background. It's very high quality. It does have a few animation issues, such as the reloading animation. When you're putting the clip into the weapon itself, it does look a little bit buggy in my opinion. But in general, this thing is a tank of a weapon to obtain. It's very powerful against most enemies in the game. And again, it does come with a bunch of customization options, including the color of the pattern on the weapon. I don't think you can actually change the specific pattern, just the color of it, which again, does mean that it does have its own specific customization options. As well, it does have a few different sights specific to the weapon itself there. So again, another really cool weapon mod if you are into mods like these. And that leads us into our next mod, which, by the way, is actually one of the most downloaded mods in Fallout 4 of all time on the PC. And this is Armorsmith Extended. It has finally made its way onto the console versions for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now this mod adds a bunch of features into the game. I don't really know where to begin, so I guess we're going to start off from the description of what the guys actually stated here while showing gameplay. But number one is that every outfit in the game can now be worn under armor pieces, and all armor pieces should now show up when equipped. So basically you can have pretty much free availability with customizing your own outfit. Usually you can only wear certain items of clothing underneath armors and stuff like that, whereas now you can wear any piece of clothing with any piece of armor, so it really does allow for a lot of customization there. But aside from this, every hat and helmet in the game that doesn't cover your face can be worn with bandanas and gas masks. Every outfit and every hat and helmet in the game can have ballistic weave armor added to it. The person who actually created the mod also completely redid the entire clothing modding system. So there are now 5 different types of mods, such as lining mods, outfit add-on mods, headgear add-on mods, glove mods, and eyewear mods. And the categories are available for pretty much every armor clothing in the game, or armor and clothing piece in the game specific to the category that clothing or outfit is in. The next really cool thing about Armorsmith is that you can now go ahead and craft a bunch of different things. There's actually 2 new workbenches that get brought to the game. Number 1 is the Armorsmith workbench, and number 2 is the Weaponsmith workbench. Now, using the Armorsmith, you can craft outfits such as headgear, gloves, custom dog meat armors, several different helmets and hats, which actually give you the option to have hair with them as well. As you know, with certain helmets, it does actually remove the hair from your character. You can also have harnesses that you can create, so you can literally wear weapons on your character. You can have a sniper rifle on your back, you can have a harness that has a katana in it, you can have several pistols on your waist and stuff like that, which is genuinely really cool looking. And then in addition to that as well, you can also go ahead and craft yourself a jetpack, which is a completely separate personal jetpack to the ones that you can wear on power armor. So this really does add a ton of things into the game in terms of armor, and not only that, all of these are modifiable. Again, you can modify all of these, you can rename all of them, which again just adds to the customization level that this mod does actually bring. And as far as the weaponsmith workbench goes, you can pretty much create a bunch of weapons now at this in the game itself, such as the cryolator, even unique weapons you can actually make there, which is kind of crazy. And pretty much every weapon that you found in the game can also be made at the weapons workbench. And aside from this, there is a bunch more things that get brought in with the mod itself. Too much for me to cover, so all I suggest is that you guys download this and have a lot of fun with it, because trust me, this is one of the best mods to land to the console versions. And for the final two mods that I am going to be covering in the video, or I guess one mod, because this mod I'm going to be showing you guys now is Modern Firearms Tactical Edition. And I wanted to give an honorable mention to this mod because it has been updated to the Tactical Edition, which adds a bunch of new weapons into the mod itself. You know, I've covered Modern Firearms several times on the channel before, but I wanted to let you guys know that it has been updated. And for those of you who don't know what Modern Firearms is, as the title suggests, it adds well over 70 plus brand new modern firearms into the game. I mean, the mod is great, probably one of the best weapon mods out there in terms of the sheer amount of weapons that it adds into the game, and I wanted to give you guys a quick honorable mention and update to this mod. And again, for the final mod of the video, this is known as Ultra Rangers. Now, I covered this on stream, but I didn't officially cover it in a video, and in the stream I did actually mention that I will be covering this in a video, and this one is very weird. It's not going to tailor to all of you out there, but I thought I'd include it anyway, and it essentially adds these new Ultra Ranger outfits into the game, and you guys can see just how crazy these things actually look. Now, when you have downloaded and enabled the mod, it will add a new location to the game known as Ultra. Just go ahead and teleport straight there. It does allow you to actually fast travel there straight away, and you'll notice that these Ultra Rangers will start attacking you. They do have their own specific sort of Ultra Ranger swords as well, which you can obtain throughout the mod as well. Upon killing them, they will have one item on them, each specific to a certain character. Now, it doesn't really matter about these items, you can go ahead and pick them up, but the main bulk of this is actually in the new location. Next to the UFO, you will find a corner there, and inside of that is exactly where you will find the full set of armors. There's like a bunch of different ones for you to choose from. You have the yellow one, the red one, the blue one, and the white one. And again, you can find the swords in there as well to sort of match up with the specific outfit that you are wearing. And I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. It's just a very weird one that I thought I'd throw in there as a brand new sort of armor outfit mod that you guys can check out right now. As always, with all of these mods, you can check them out in the description below, or alternatively, you can search for them on the mods menus. And that, my friends, is 5 awesome mods to download, episode 10. As always, if you guys do enjoy this series, be sure to leave a like down below, guys. You guys have been smashing the support on this series every episode, reaching well over 2,000 likes, so if you can keep up with that on this video as well, that would be awesome. Subscribe if you guys are new around, and I'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.